Suzanne, pronounced Kirai in Hungarian. We came here in 1956. Living under the communist regime became worse and worse. Nationalism rose, as it does in any, oppressive situation. People became very nationalistic and wanted their freedom back. Mum came and looked up and there'd been a tank blow out half the apartment. She went up there and found my dad there pacing up and down. He said, "There is a train leaving this afternoon at 5 o'clock. I'm going to be on it. I want you to be on it, leaving the country, and the only thing is you can't bring our daughter." Mum went to her mother and said, "What will I do?" She said, "You should go and make a new life, and I'll look after Ildikó," which is me. They went across the border to Austria. Mum was furiously writing to relatives and friends of relatives, and there was a couple in Graz, I think, who were vaguely related, several people removed, who were a very generous couple and invited Mum and Dad to spend Christmas with them. Halfway through the meal, the father, the husband, said, "Look, I'm sorry, but something's come up and I have to attend to some business tonight, but I'll be back soon." And then the man was gone for a couple of hours. And then when he came back, he called them in to the lounge room where the Christmas tree was. And underneath the Christmas tree was a little bassinet with me in it. They had organised a professional smuggler to go into Budapest, go to my grandmother and say, "We've come for Ildikó," me, and my grandmother had to give me to a complete stranger. All she had to go by was this photo he had. "This is the photo of the child that I need." And he was a professional smuggler working through that time, and he drugged me, put me in a bag and took me over the border on the train. And I was so fortunate, I'm just so fortunate to be here, because he was the very next child that he smuggled out. Both he and the child were killed. We were sent to Bonagilla. We bought a caravan and built a dark room in the caravan, and we started going around Australia, up and down the east coast of Australia. And my mother, who did all the hard work, she used to walk from door to door, knock on doors and make appointments for family portraits. Dad would come and take the photos. Mum would then colour them by hand, because she didn't have colour photography then, and then she would deliver them all. So we did this for several years. I didn't have a bed until I was 11. I used to sleep in the car, or sometimes under the sink in the dark room, until it leaked and I nearly drowned. I had the most glorious childhood. I was free. We lived in caravan parks. I would go after breakfast, I'd be playing, and then I'd come back when it was dark. And I was free, and I was a tomboy. And we travelled with other families like the Leyland brothers. My dad inspired me in a creative way. I can't take a photo for the life of me, but I can write. And so I became a writer, and he inspired me. His passion and his zest for life, I inherited good bits from him. And my mum has always been my rock. She, I'll get very emotional now. She's always been my rock, and she was always there for me. She's the strongest person I know emotionally. And I think that's got a lot to do with her resilience of, you know, how she could do all those things that she did.